What do you make of DeSantis and this move to announce via and with in conversation with Elon Musk?
Well, I think it's kind of a wise move. It removes him from the whole psychodrama going on with Tucker and Fox. So he doesn't come down on one side, or he gives all of his, you would think he would give an interview or come on Fox like the other candidates have done. But that was wise. I think it really helps Elon Musk's Twitter brand, of course. And I think that's in Ron DeSantis's favor. But I think more importantly, he's trying to come across as somebody who has a completely new ideas on all of these problems. And one of them is the media. How do you deal with the media? And I think Donald Trump had mastered the idea of getting free media, billions of dollars of free media, as we learned in 2016. And with that CNN fiasco where he just dominated them and got a lot of free. And I think DeSantis knows that that's Trump's brand. So he's looking for alternative, but equally effective media strategy. So it's pretty smart, I think.
Mm-hmm. Especially because he's over on Truth Social. He hasn't reemerged on Twitter, even though he's been allowed back on, per Elon. Some speculating that maybe Trump will use tonight around 6 p.m. or maybe 6:20 to come back on Twitter and offer some thoughts on what we've just witnessed between Elon, DeSantis, and David Sachs. I don't know
that's going to be
Trump will do that.
That's kind of a dilemma, though, isn't it, Megyn? Because that's his company. And Devin Nunes is doing Herculean labors to get it, mainstream, and it depends on that mass following. So anytime he goes on Twitter, he's diluting his own house brand and his own company. And yet, if he doesn't go on Twitter, he cedes that entire venue to his rival. So I don't know what he's going to do.
That's why it's a clever move. So, and I want to talk about the candidates' reaction to him. Nikki Haley has sort of emerged as Trump's right fist, right? She's like the punch to a lot of these other candidates, in particular DeSantis, on behalf of Trump. So to me, that's a clear angling for a VP role for her in the Trump administration, right? She came out and said in response to the suggestion that DeSantis is Trump without the controversy, she said, no, he's Trump without the charm. She comes out against DeSantis. So she's already getting on him. Trump's tweeting out or truthing out what Ron DeSantis needs is, quote, a personality transplant. Goes on to say, and to the best of my knowledge, they are not medically available yet. Finishes it with a disloyal person. It's a theme that we are going to hear a lot about DeSantis because he's like a little socially awkward, even though his policies would probably be acceptable and pleasing to 90+% of Republicans.
Yeah, that's not. I don't see any original critiques of DeSantis. It's just boilerplate that he's not charismatic, and even in the Trump ads, there's nothing new there that is going to appeal to somebody and say, "Wow, I didn't know this about DeSantis. I didn't know that." I think he's got his record in Florida and he's going to defend it. But this idea that Nikki Haley, she played the same role, you remember, with Disney, and she said, if Disney's welcome to come over. And I think that was a very stupid thing to say, because Disney had 40 acres of free stuff worth billions of dollars, and it was abusing that concession, and she just missed that. And so I don't think it's going to work to say Ron DeSantis is not as charismatic as Donald Trump. His message is, I'm going to get even, I'm not going to get mad, and we're looking forward and not back, and we'll see how that goes. As far as the other candidates, I don't see any. I think you're right. They're all running for either top cabinet post or vice presidencies, and I don't see any of them breaking out. The big critical thing is if you add up all the non-Trump percentages, it's pretty much equal or ahead of Trump, but that's exactly what happened in 2016, and they never coalesced. And so it'll be interesting to see to what degree DeSantis will appeal to everybody and say, lend me the support, or they're going to say he doesn't have a chance, and I'm not going to do that because I want to be a vice president or secretary of state or attorney general. So that's going to be a lot of positioning.
The Disney thing is becoming an issue for him. A lot of conservatives love it. Some are learning to dislike it. And that's some of the messaging we're hearing from people like Nikki Haley. Even Carrie Lake, who's firmly in the Trump camp, came out with a line that you could have predicted that is he couldn't even win over Donald Duck. How's he going to win over Donald Trump? Because Disney has dug in now, and I think it was Nikki Haley said, look, he could have had 2,000 jobs in Florida. He ruined that opportunity because of this stupid fight. Some saying, look, Disney was critical of this allegedly don't say gay bill, which of course it wasn't anything of the sort, but that's what the left named it. Let Disney say what it's going to say, whatever. It's a woke corporation. Why pick a fight like this that's going on and on? It's cost Florida jobs now. How big an issue, if any, do you think the Disney thing is going to be for him?
I don't think it might be now, but I don't think it's going to be an issue. It depends also on how well he's able to stream this criticism of Disney into the general repugnance at what the LA Dodgers did with the Sisters of Perpetual, those people, and Bud Light, and this pattern that these once successful corporations, once they go woke or once they enter in to controversial issues that are all anti-traditional America, they lose. And if he can say, you know what, I'm just standing out for not just traditional values in Florida, but we're not going to give exemptions for these people if they're going to be political. If he can make that argument, why do they get 40 acres where they basically rule it as a private medieval fiefdom, exempt from all statutory regulations in Florida government control, if they're going to weigh in on things that are highly controversial? And that, if he can say, this is exactly what Bud is doing, this is exactly what they did with the airlines on the All-Star game 2 years ago, this is exactly what the Dodgers are doing. And if they want to do it, fine, but we're not going to give them any extra exemptions or any extra help. I think that's a winning message. And I don't think it's going to help for conservatives to start defending Disney on this matter, because if you look at the polls, they're pretty evenly split, and Disney's losing a lot of money on subscribers and attendance and stock value. And so I think
feel like
long-term it's in DeSantis' interest, I think.
Junk science. That's what the doctor called many of those fruit and vegetable supplements on the market. Junk science because they use extracts of common produce department fruits and vegetables with few health benefits. But I want to tell you about Field of Greens. Field of Greens is different. They use whole organic fruit and vegetables, not a watered-down supplement. And it's backed by a better health promise, which I'm going to tell you about. Each ingredient in Field of Greens was scientifically chosen to support vital organs like heart, lungs, and kidney health. Others support your immune system, your blood pressure, metabolism, and healthy weight loss. Their better health promise is simple. The next time you're at the doctor for a checkup, if the doctor does not say you're looking healthier than before, you get your money back. That's a deal right there. So let me get you started with 15% off. Visit fieldofgreens.com and use my promo code MK. That's promo code MK at fieldofgreens.com. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.